Anyways.
I like a tall woman with a nice big ass.
So apparently, word on the street, this is actually Itadori's voice actor that she had on the intro.
I like a tall woman with a nice big ass. Just saying. Like Grammy winner Megan Thee Stallion.
Ay, can't touch me like Gojo. Look good in all my photos. Just landed in Kyoto. I'm worldwide, these bitches local. Arigato. Arigato. Can't touch me like Gojo. Look good in all my Ay, can't touch me like Gojo. Look good in all my photos. Just landed in Kyoto. I'm worldwide, these bitches local. Arigato. Arigato. Can't touch me like Gojo. Look good in all my Ay, white wig on, but I'm finna go Gojo. Type about making you know I'm the proto. I get the trending off every new photo. Want this horse on his chest like a polo.
Alright, so that's the hook. That was the hook.
Arigato.
She said, "You can't touch me like Gojo. Finna meet up in Kyoto." Then kept on repeating arigato, whatever. So far, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not fucking with this hook at all. Can't touch me like Gojo. That was kind of mediocre. I'm not gonna lie. But, you know, it's just the hook, you know? It's supposed to be catchy. So let's get to the actual verse.
Can't touch me like Gojo. Look good at all my photos. Just landed in Kyoto. I'm worldwide, these bitches local. Arigato.
This also sounds like a meme song. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what it is.
Arigato. Can't touch me like Gojo. Look good at all my white wig on, but I'm finna go Gojo.
White wig on, I'm finna go Gojo.
Interesting.
Man, what do you think about that bar?
White wig on, I'm a Gojo.
Yes. How you feel about that bar? That says enough. That shit was ass.
I don't know how to feel about this.
He said, if a nigga has to pause that long, me, that shit was not good. You know I'm the proto. I get the trending on every photo. That's when I pop out like Sukuna.
Give me booted up, switching my flow if it feel like it's two of us. If I Latina, that's the cool girl. Sexy jutsu, I feel like Naruto. Bitches think they better than me.
Sexy jutsu, I feel like Naruto. I'm not gonna lie. She might have wrote this one herself. I'm not gonna lie. She definitely wrote this shit herself. She definitely did not pay the ghostwriters, if she uses any, to write any of this shit. Because here's the issue, right? She's obviously doing some, I guess, nerdcore rap. But the problem is that her punchlines are very bad. As in, I've heard punchlines like this way back in the day, like 10 years ago, when niggas first started doing that nerdcore shit. And it wasn't really good back then, right? So 10 years later, I would expect it to be better. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I gotta say.
Like fighting demons in my head like I'm Itadori. Bitches born without
Fighting
making
demons in my head like I'm Itadori. This shit's just not creative. It's just not like, okay, so like I saw someone say on Twitter, because I haven't listened to the song yet, but I saw people talking about the song, and she was saying she was making this song for the people who said that she doesn't watch anime, right? And I'm over here like, okay, if I hear this song, I'm gonna think of one of two things, right? Either you don't watch anime and you just going off of shit that you heard, or you're just not that good of a you're just not a very creative rapper, right? Now, I think she does like anime. I just don't think she's a very creative rapper. I think that her strong suit is making booty shaking music. You know what I mean? That's her strong suit. Now, whenever she tries to get into the punchlines and shit, I don't know. I haven't listened to enough of her songs where she really barring up like that. But that's not what I know her for. I think if she is gonna try and bar up like that, I think she need to hit up some of Drake ghostwriters. You got the money, or just level up your pen, you know. But people are typically too lazy to do that. And what you about to say?
I said this comes off lackluster.
I agree. And you know the thing is like if she says this shit in the studio, right? Like the producers, they probably don't watch this shit, so they're probably not gonna look at her and be like, yo, that shit was mid, because they just don't understand the punchline, you know what I mean? Like whoever's in the studio with her. Me, I can still understand the punchline was ass, even if I haven't watched the shit, because you listen to enough bars, you know what a bar sounds like.
Cowboy hat with a chaps, real hot girl shit, put it on the map. Everybody knows Tina Snow is the Mac. All of these niggas be feeling attached. I'm not finna argue with Sasuke Abby. It's still mad, I'm a weeb and a baddie. Y'all niggas be my biggest haters, knowing if we met your foe like paper. Can't touch me like Gojo. Look good at all my photos. Just landed in Kyoto. I'm worldwide, these bitches local. Arigato.
This one's some good TikTok music. Like this, I feel like this song gonna go crazy on TikTok. But this one of those songs you put this shit on the aux, you're kicked out. I don't want to hear no arigato. Out, get out.
Arigato. Can't touch me like Gojo. Look good at all my photos. Just landed in Kyoto. I'm worldwide, these bitches local. Arigato. Arigato. Hey, bad bitch with a little drama. It's an old nigga somewhere crying about it. Whoop whoop, pull that ass over, finna stress him out and have a woo sign. I'm the sensei or the senpai, the one hoes wanna be just like. Ass still on Texas, but my waist in a European size. Choi or nah. When I walk by, they stop.
What the
He
fuck
don't
did
run
you
from me 'cause
say?
he wanna get caught.
Do I need subtitles for this shit? Stop speaking in Japanese. If that's what that was, please stop.
When I walk by, they stop. He don't run from it cause he wanna get caught in my domain expansion. Hoes want my technique, couldn't be like me with a Sasuke sharing gun. Bitch, they not pro.
With my technique, they couldn't be like me with a Sasuke Sharingan. It's like, this is what I mean. That's not they couldn't copy me with a Sharingan bar. That shit, like I've heard that bar before, and you didn't say it better than whoever I heard it from. And two, I think anybody that watches Naruto, right, and has ever freestyled before has set that bar. Like that's like the first bar that comes to mind, right? Like you shouldn't, like when you're writing a song, right, and you're coming up with bars about whatever topic, whatever that bar is should not be the first thing that comes to mind. You know what I mean? Like you gotta make it a little bit creative, just a little bit. It's like saying my arms stretch like Luffy. I got long arms like Luffy. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you know, maybe that's a gun bar, and that's a Luffy bar because the nigga got long arms. You know what I mean? But that's like you saw how little time that took to come up with that bar. You know what I mean?
Can't touch me like Gojo.
Keep the pulling me like Nami. You know what I mean? Like.
Landed in Kyoto. I'm worldwide, these bitches local. Arigato. Arigato. Can't touch me like Gojo. Look good at all my photos. Just landed in Kyoto. I'm worldwide, these bitches local. Arigato. Arigato.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a hater. I'll give this song a 5 out of 10, maybe a 4. I'm gonna say a 5 out of 10 because I don't want to get ripped the fuck apart. This shit was mid. She was on beat, her flow was alright, but the bars were lackluster to me. What do you think, Marlon?
You could have did better.
And how, like, could you elaborate?
Oh. Instead of, okay, this is an idea. Instead of using like obvious bars, for example, like a white wig. It's a white wig, I'm going Gojo, fighting demons in my head, like Itadori. Instead of going for like obvious punchlines like that, you could try to, how do I say, use a more complex bar and then maybe throw in the character references.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
No, I agree. Couldn't have said any
Where
better. I mean, they're just gonna say that you're a hater for that, but I think it's true. I mean, like, I feel like this song. I don't feel like this song was for rap fans. I feel like this song was for anime fans. You know, it's kind of to her nerdcore scene, right? Especially a few years ago. It's probably better. I don't know. I haven't checked up on it. But back in the day, all those niggas was trash, right? Or like 99.9% of the niggas was trash, right? They weren't good at rapping. I don't know who they hurt to be rapping like that, you know? But at the same time, those videos got very popular because the niggas wasn't there necessarily for the people's rapping ability or because they like rap music, they like the anime. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a better example would be like epic rap battle of whatever history, right? People don't listen to that because they're so good at rapping. People just like the characters that are in the rap battles, you know? Because God knows, them niggas, that music wise, bad. Bars wise, bad. You know, it's hard for me to sit through that shit. You know, even as a kid, I couldn't stand it. And I listened to some bad music as a kid that did not age well. You know, like I feel like a better example would be like Shofu and Matt Houston. Like they had a One Piece song, right? That I've obviously already listened to because I'm using this as an example, and we'll just see like how different the punchlines were. Like obviously in the song you're gonna have some throwaway bars, but it's usually gonna build up into something better. You know, your song can't all just be basic bars. Hit him like a pacifist. Pacifist hit hard, then listen to this bar. He bug and leave his body gone. The nigga's crazy, you're gonna leave his body gone. You know? Like, you see how, like, more complex that was than just saying, if he's buggy, I'm gonna knock his body into pieces or separate his body parts, you know?
Knock it off, Douglas Bullet singing, I'm a demon, new Glock hit with a beam, boys Alino. You niggas pussy like Absalom, we making all y'all hide. Squad full of snipers, nigga, we the long
Squad full of snipers, we the long arm tribe. Another bar. And so saying we got snipers, you know what I mean? Or we got long arms, it's squad full of snipers, we the long arm tribe. Like,
you not those guys, play me in them shots gon' fly. Punches hitting like a kite and we gon' watch y'all die. Bitch, I bear arms like I'm
bitch, I bear arms like Akuma. So, Akuma, he's a character. He's supposed to be a bear. He's saying he keeps weapons on him. It's a double. He keeps a Bible and a holy gun.
I don't even got an ace.
I don't even got an ace. I just put a hole in one. That's my favorite bar of the song.
Oh.
He didn't say I put a hole in you like how they did the A's, or I put a hole in you like a what's the nigga's name, a Kainu or whatever the nigga's name is. He said I don't even gotta keep an ace. I just put a hole in one. I think that's a golf bar too.
Right. That sounds like golf.
Yeah. You see how much? You see, we're only 50 seconds. You see how much more creative that was?